Machakos County, or as many call it Macha, is a semi-arid area with hilly terrain located in the eastern region of Kenya. Machakos has 8 constituencies, with Machakos Town serving as the capital of the county. Machakos Town was established in 1887 as the first administrative center for the British colony in Kenya, but later on, the capital was moved to Nairobi. With a population of about 1 million people, Machakos is home to the Akamba, whose rich culture and heritage attracts thousands of tourists to the county, with the intention of exploring its preserved historical and cultural scenic sites. Explore the long-standing history, stunning scenery, and the happy people of Machakos. Welcome to Machakos County. We can divide these sites into 4: the adventurer, the devotee, the explorer, and the historian. Komarok Shrine. The name Komarok is said to have been a corruption of the Akamba word Komaloko. In Kamba language, Koma means to sleep. Bishop Ben Obuka of Fungamano Church and friends from the Catholic, Protestant, Hindu and Muslim pray there and have their prayers answered too. Today, the shrine has been taken over by the Catholic Church, which has turned it into a site for Christian pilgrimage. ACK Kamodhanga. Reverend Joshua Walker began to build his church in 1914 together with Mr. Helson, a white missionary, and Mr. James Mbotella. At the onset of the First World War, he was recruited into Kenya African Rifle Medical Corps and fought with the British Army in Myanmar. The 3 of them continued to build this church and completed the construction of the British East African Church in 1920. Reverend Joshua Walker received his training in divinity at the Christian Mission Society Training School at Thogoto in Kikuyu and SIM School at Kijabe. Reverend Joshua Walker was the pastor of his church for 30 years and retired in 1975. He served as the founder and patron of the church until he passed away in 1980. The church was renamed the New African Church and has grown to 34 branches and continues to still grow. Divine Shrine. Divine Mercy Shrine is a unique sanctuary where pilgrims come to find a moment of rest, silence, and contemplation in today's often hectic life. A place for those who don't have faith, those struggling with a quest for God, even though they could be indifferent. It's a place where young people come to express their nostalgia for God. In the shrine, they discover the gaze which does not judge. That God who forgives and does not confuse them with what they have done. Moni Dam. Moni Dam is located at the bottom of Devotee Forest, a reservoir that is an invaluable resource to the nearby community and boasts really beautiful views. Fish can be found in the reservoir through the help of local fishermen. hidden secret behind the Devotee hills, perfect for a stroll or a picnic. Tala Dam and Market. Tala is a town in Machakos County, located in the lower eastern region of Kenya and about 56 kilometers east of Nairobi city. It is usually classified as being one town with Kangundo due to their close proximity. It is 3,000 feet above sea level. Open-air markets are located in downtown Tala and main market days are Tuesday and Friday. Livestock trading is also a major enterprise during these market days. Oldonyo Sabuk National Park. Dominated by a small mountain-covered forest, Oldonyo Sabuk National Park is home to 45 bird species, buffaloes, Columbus monkeys, baboons, bushbucks, impalas, and abundant bird life. Lord Macmillan was the first white man to settle here, and everything else that has happened since is largely attributed to him. Near the peak is the grave of the Lord Macmillan, his wife, and their dog. The park's attraction is its beauty and views of both Mount Kenya and Mount Kilimanjaro. The Maasai call it Oldonyo, meaning large mountain. The Kikuyu call it Kwanjahe, meaning mountain of big rain, and Swahili Kilimambogo, meaning mountain of buffalo. It's attractive for hikers or families wanting some freedom and exercise. Masinga Dam. The scenic Masinga Dam is the main reservoir in the Cascade Hydropower Complex of the Seven Forks Dam Scheme. The reservoir occupies a surface area of 120 kilometers square and it's ideal for boat riding. Masinga Dam is known for hydropower production as well as for canoeing and other water sports. Previously, Kenya successfully hosted the Canoe Kayak Championships here. The event went a long way in showing the world that indeed Kenya is a diverse and safe destination. The still Masinga Dam offers an idyllic arena for flatwater canoe races. Macmillan Castle. Covering a ground enough for 3 basketball pitches, the villagers here have spent more than a century wondering why a couple that had no children put up such a huge dwelling place. It showcases the mid-1900s architecture with story-high ceilings, underground bunkers, ceiling-high doors, frames and beams supporting roof being oak wood imported from Scandinavia. It was in this house that Macmillan hosted his friend and former American President Theodore Roosevelt. Other prominent people who stayed in the house were British Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill and Sir Evelyn Baring, the colonial British governor. The idea to arrest the first Kenyan president, the late Jomo Kenyatta, was mooted here. Late Tomboya was actually born at the Macmillan Sisal farm. Paul Ngei. The Honorable Paul Joseph Ngei was a Kenyan politician who was imprisoned for his role in the anti-colonial movement. He later went on to hold several government ministerial positions after Kenya became independent. On 20th October 2016, the President of the Republic of Kenya unveiled a statue in honor of Paul Ngei at Chumvi Town, which is in the junction that leads to Machakos from the Mombasa Highway. Mulu Mutisia. What Mutisia lacked academically, he more than made up for with his many special talents. He was witty, distinguished, and comical in a traditional African sense. Mulu Mutisia played a political godfather to a galaxy of politicians and senior government officials from Ukambani. Muindi Mbingu. Muindi Mbingu was a prolific Kamba leader born in Mutituni ward in Machakos sub-county. He led the Akamba in resisting British colonialism in pre-independent Kenya, which claimed that the huge herds of cattle were degrading the environment, therefore seizing the Akamba cattle by force. Ilubya Tree Shrine. A descendant of Masaku explains that Masaku first came in contact with the white man around the late 1890s. While residing atop Kemakemwe, Masaku made the groove with his gigantic fig trees into an idhembo, also known as a shrine. As Masaku's fame grew, people would trek for days to his place, bringing goats, local beer, millet, and all manner of produce. When the rain failed, Masaku would make elaborate plans, ordering tobacco snuff for 3 days, cooking food, then wrap his skin hind across his shoulders and embark on his mysterious journeys. Fort Machakos. When British and German colonists developed interest in East Africa, they agreed on how it was to be shared. Frederick Johnson was entrusted to establish a route from Mombasa to Uganda. He used the traditional Kamba trade route and reached Masaku. Due to its strategic location, he claimed it for the Queen as the first inland headquarters and had it renamed to Machakos. There are pillars which stand at the fort to date. Second World War Plate. The 1st and 2nd Battalion for Freedom Fighters was composed of the Akamba tribesmen. Their names were inscribed in a book. This historical book and plate were preserved at the current Machakos County Assembly offices. The Machakos County Assembly was once used as offices during the pre-colonial time by the colonialists.